If someone asked you point blank, are you a Christian? What would you say? I know what I would say, but what would you say? How would you respond to a question like that? I'm very thankful that you're watching this short video produced by heavenforsure.com. Before I go any further, I hope you are okay. If you're in need of prayer, or if you have doubts or concerns or questions, please reach out to us. My email address is peter@heavenforsure.com, or you can visit our website, www.heavenforsure.com. Now, regarding this video, in this series of 7 videos, we're going to look at 7 different responses to the question, are you a Christian? The responses range from, of course I am, which is the focus of this video, to that is none of your business. Now, I'm happy to tell you that I am a Christian. Many years ago, 1969, alone with the Bible, on my knees, by my bed, as a helpless, sinful young person, I simply appreciated that Jesus died for my sins and he was raised from the dead as proof that God was satisfied, that sin's penalty was paid in full when Jesus died on the cross. And that night, I told God that I was satisfied too. Here's the Bible verse that I was reading when that once for all, never to be repeated eternal transaction occurred between me and God. It's found in Romans chapter 10, and it is verse 9. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. So I am saved. Yes, I'm a Christian. And with each passing year, all I can tell you is that I was an unworthy recipient of God's incredible grace. You know, over the years, I have politely asked people if they were a Christian. Some have been shocked that I wouldn't automatically assume they were a Christian. But when it comes to something as serious and as critical as this, we should assume nothing. I've been on the receiving end of the raised eyebrows and the nonverbals associated with annoyance and disgust. The person seemed truly offended that I even asked the question. They were almost indignant about it. What do you mean, am I a Christian? Of course I am. I worry about a response like that. There's something wrong with that response. I know someone could be having a bad day. They offered a curt response. But that aside, when someone says in a disgusted tone, of course I am a Christian, generally, that is a very bad sign. You know, an authentic Christian is one who has experienced amazing grace and takes absolutely no credit for where they are spiritually. Throughout their entire life, they encounter no greater wonder than the fact that they are a Christian. A real Christian is marked by a sense of indebtedness, gratitude, appreciation, and just an ever-present wonder why one so unworthy of God's love and his great salvation could ever be accepted into God's family. You know, typically, a genuine Christian loves to be asked the question, are you a Christian? And the typical response could be, thank God I am. I wasn't always. I was once in darkness, but now I'm in the light. I was once lost in my sins, but he found me. When I turned to Christ by faith, God saved me. He wonderfully saved me. To this day, it is still amazing to me that God saves someone so unworthy of his love. But yes, because of his amazing grace, I am a Christian. Thanks very much for asking. That's a fairly typical response. Here's my worry about those who give a different response to the question, are you a Christian? What do you mean, am I a Christian? Of course I am. You know, as I talk to them, they say they were always a Christian. They were brought up Christian. They take living a good and honest life very seriously. Some have said they live in a Christian country. They attend a Christian church. They say their prayers. They live a virtuous life in the community. Some have been celebrated as outstanding volunteers for some worthy cause. And they say, I do the best I can, and I try to live by the golden rule. If anybody's a Christian, I am. Then others will tell you that they were baptized as a Christian soon after they were born. Let me ask you, what is missing in their response? Who is their response all about? Themselves, their upbringing, their own good life, their adherence to the teachings of their faith. They don't seem to highlight the wonder that God ever loved them and his amazing grace and ever leaning in towards them to lift them up and save them. That doesn't seem to be their focus. It's more on themselves, not on Christ. You know, there is not one account anywhere in the Bible of anyone who was always a Christian. Every Christian has a before and an after. Every Christian has a starting point when Christ became special to them as their personal Savior. I want to end this video with a crystal clear Bible verse that confirms that no one gets to heaven on their own merit or because of their own sincere efforts. Every Christian is saved by grace alone through conscious and responsive personal faith in Jesus Christ. The verse is found in the New Testament of the Holy Bible, Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. By grace you are saved through faith. It is not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. It is not of works, lest anyone should boast. Are you a Christian? When were you saved? How did God save you? If you were asked to write just one paragraph about how God saved you and how you became a Christian, what would you write? I'm interested in knowing that. You can email it to me, peter@heavenforsure.com. Or if you would like to receive a package of helpful Bible information free of charge, email us and simply say, send it to me, period, and include your name and postal address. I hope you're going to be able to join us for all 7 of these videos. In the second video, we will look at the question again, are you a Christian? And the response we'll consider in the next video is absolutely not. And I have no desire to become one. I hope you have a keen desire to trust Christ as your Savior right now. Thank you very much for watching.